So here's a quick summary on the popular gods of Hinduism called devas. Ganesha, I'm sure you've seen this guy around. He's very popular. He is the god of wisdom, the god of fortune and riches, and the god of new beginnings. His image is often used like a good luck charm. He has the head of an elephant, the body of a man. He always has a big round belly like an elephant. And he is always shown as missing one of his tusks because there is an important story about how he actually broke off one of his tusks to use it as a pen when he didn't have a pen. So it shows his dedication to learning and his dedication to knowledge. He is called Ganesha or Ganapati, which means the Lord of the Celestial Guards. So the connotation here is that he is guarding the sacred knowledge. Luxmi, you've probably seen her as well. She is the goddess of fortune, the goddess of gold, the goddess of beauty, femininity, and matrimony. She is seen as the ideal wife, as she is the wife of Vishnu. She is seen as representing the Prakriti, or the material world. As such, she is mostly worshipped for material pursuits. Like Ganesha, her image is often used as a good luck charm, and they are often positioned next to one another in different images or on altars. Lakshmi is the feminine version of the word lakshya, which means the goal or the object of pursuit in Sanskrit. She is extremely beautiful. She has either fair skin or golden-ish colored skin. She is rather voluptuous, and she is usually dressed in red and gold, which are the traditional wedding colors. And she is always surrounded by gold. She's covered in gold jewelry. She has pots of gold laid out in front of her. She is often represented as bestowing gold or kind of showering us with gold. Here we have Vishnu, Krishna, and Rama. These are three different figures, but they are often worshipped together because they are seen as being different versions of the same god or the same deva. Vishnu has Dasa Avatara, meaning 10 incarnations. The name Vishnu comes from the word Vishwa, which means all or every, and Anu, which means atom. So Vishnu is the all pervading one. He is the god of preservation. He is the maintaining and regulating power that guides and protects the cosmos. So, because of that, many Hindus worship him not just as another deva, but as the supreme power and the supreme spirit of the universe. Sri Vishnu has blue skin. He has 4 arms. He is dressed like a king. And he is always holding these 4 objects. He has a discus, a conch shell, and a lotus. Krishna, the Dark One. Krishna might just be the most beloved deva of all time. They call him the all attractive one. They call him Madhura, which means sweet like honey. They call him Mohana, which means the entrancing or the enchanting one. Krishna is difficult to label because he doesn't have a specific function. Based on his personality, based on the stories of his life and what he's known for, you could call him the god of romance, the god of friendship, the god of cowherdsmen and milkmaids, the god of sweetness, or even the god of ecstasy. In his lifetime here on earth, he's been a mischievous child, a playful young man, a lover, a prince, a spiritual advisor, and a savior for those in peril. Krishna is usually worshipped to attain freedom from samsara, so to attain moksha. But Krishna can also be worshipped for any reason or for no reason at all. For many devotees, the worship of Krishna is the goal and the reward in and of itself. The next one is Sri Rama. Rama is an interesting exception to the rule because Rama is not technically a deva as he is a mortal man. However, he is Sri Vishnu taking the form of a mortal man. And also, he is worshipped as a deva, so pretty much that makes him a deva. The word Rama means pleasing, and he is viewed as the perfect man, the perfect husband, the perfect servant to society, and the upholder of Dharma. Rama is the exemplar of humility, hard work, self sacrifice, and obedience to his superiors. Rama was a warrior, a prince, and the king of the city Ayodhya. He protected the sages. He lifted the curses of people who had been punished for their wrongdoing and they were waiting for many, many years, sometimes thousands of years, to be released. He obeyed his parents even when they were extremely unfair to him. And even though he was royalty, he was never spoiled. Actually, he was very disciplined and he had a strong work ethic. Rama faced many trials and tribulations. He was kicked out of his kingdom, his wife was kidnapped by a demon king, he was made to roam the forest for 14 years, and yet through all this, he never lost faith and he never gave up. The story of Rama's life is chronicled in the Ramayana, which means Rama's journey in Sanskrit, and it is considered to be one of the most important scriptures in Hinduism. Rama is described as tall, handsome, blue skinned, sometimes depicted in a green or fair complexion. He only has two arms and he is always holding a bow and arrow because he is the best archer of all time. Hanuman. I cannot mention Sri Rama and leave out Hanuman, as he is the devoted servant of Rama, and according to the legend, anywhere and anytime Lord Rama is being praised, Hanuman will come to sit and listen gleefully. Hanuman is called the monkey god, but he's not actually the god of monkeys. He is half Deva and half Vanara. The Vanaras are a species of anthropomorphic langur monkeys, not just any monkey, langur monkeys. His mother was a Vanara, and his father was Vayu, the god of the wind. So he has this anthro-langur body, and he has supernatural powers. He can fly, he can change his size, he can grow to as big as he wants to be, or he can shrink as small as he wants to be. Hanuman is really defined by his relationship to Rama because he met Rama in the forest and he listened to Rama's story about how he was wronged and about how his wife was kidnapped. And he immediately pledges his allegiance to Rama and to Rama's struggle, and he devotes himself completely, mind, body, and soul, to Sri Rama as his lord and master. Hanuman is usually depicted with a mace, either independently or next to Rama and Rama's wife, kneeling before him and showing reverence. He is also depicted as flying while carrying a mountain, because that is a very important part of Rama's story in the Ramayana, which I will make a video going in depth about the Ramayana later on. Hanuman is worshipped to provide protection from evil, and his image is often used as an amulet to ward against black magic. Shiva, the god of destruction. Shiva is a curious figure because he has two contradictory aspects of his personality. It can almost be characterized as a split personality. On one hand, he is known for being peaceful, generous, and non judgmental. On the other hand, he's known for having an explosive temper and committing acts of destruction, as you might have guessed. This is because Shiva is the one who is in charge of the cosmic dissolution. At the end of the cosmic cycle, everything in creation must be destroyed and dissolved. This is not seen in a negative light. This is just seen as the natural order of things. In the popular worship of Shiva, he is revered as a master of yoga, meditation, fasting, and all manner of ascetic practices. He is extremely minimalist. He lives in a cave. He has very few possessions, only enough to carry with him wherever he goes. And as such, he is very easy to please. It is said that he will graciously accept even the humblest of offerings. Shiva is shown with blue or gray colored skin, often sitting in the lotus position, dressed in animal hides, and he keeps his hair in dreadlocks. He always has 4 arms. One arm is holding a trident, and the other arm is holding a small drum. Devotees have the option of worshiping Shiva to fulfill mundane requests. However, it is far more salient to worship Shiva for spiritual insight, to be less attached to the material life, to be less passionate, to control or dissolve your desires, and essentially to help you achieve liberation faster. Saraswati, the one who flows. Saraswati is the goddess of knowledge, of the arts, of reading and writing, music, and also of purity. She embodies the sattva guna, which is the element of purity, goodness, and light, which is why she is always bathed in the color white. She has white clothes, white skin, sitting on a white lotus, accompanied by a white swan. She is the wife of the god Brahma, but it is purely ceremonial because both of them are celibate. Saraswati has 4 arms, one to hold the Vedas, one to hold a rosary, and 2 to play the veena, which is the precursor to the sitar. Saraswati is the patron goddess of artists, musicians, scholars, philosophers, and students. It's very common to pray to Saraswati before a big test or a big exam, and just generally to get good grades or to learn something faster. The fact that she is so strongly connected to music is significant because it shows the affinity between music and spirituality in Hindu culture. Parvati, Durga, Kali. Again, these are 3 distinct figures, but they are very closely related. Durga and Kali are seen as 2 different incarnations or 2 different personalities of the goddess Parvati, who is the wife of Shiva. Parvati means mountain woman because she is the daughter of the Himalayas. She is the daughter of the Himalayas specifically, but she is also associated with mountains in general. Parvati is often considered to be the face of Mother Earth, the goddess of the material plane, and the perfect counterpart to Lord Shiva, who is the master of the spiritual plane. Parvati is revered as the perfect wife, the perfect mother, and the perfect devotee of Lord Shiva. Durga, the invincible one. Durga is a warrior, she's a queen, she's a savior, she's a protector, and she is worshipped by many as the supreme goddess, the mother of the universe and the mother of the gods. Durga is celebrated and honored as the vanquisher of demons, the savior of the gods, and the one who restores the natural order when the world has been turned upside down, when the gods have been dethroned by demons. Durga will intervene to restore the order of things. Durga, also called Mata Rani, the Mother Queen, is truly the embodiment of power. She is the personification of the cosmic power of the universe. She is completely unstoppable. Nothing can touch her. Devotees see her as the pinnacle of femininity, the pinnacle of motherhood, and also the pinnacle of compassion. I know that sounds strange because she's so aggressive, but the aggression is really a representation of the protective aspect of motherhood. You can kind of think of this like a female lion or a female bear protecting their cubs. Durga is a beautiful, fair skinned woman, either riding a lion or riding a tiger. She has multiple pairs of arms. It could be 6, it could be up to 10. She's holding various weapons and she is wearing an elaborate crown. She is shown in battle mode here. She is worshipped for protection, for victory in battle, and she is also worshipped as the bestower of spiritual liberation, called moksha. Kali, the Black One. Kali is a bit of a controversial figure in Hinduism because of her association with unorthodox practices and the left hand tantra, a very taboo subject indeed. But I can't get into that right now. That's reserved for a later video, so stay tuned for that. The flavor of Kali worship ranges from mainstream devotional services to elaborate metaphysical discourse, and then to the tribal practices. So there's an interesting intersection here of different aspects of South Asian society, and it's an example of how different groups of people, more specifically different castes of people, interpret and practice religion. The imagery of Kali is very striking and it's very shocking. She is black or dark blue, the color of the night sky, signifying the absence of sun and the lack of illumination. She has four or more arms, holding various weapons, but she is always holding a bloody sword and a severed head. She does not have proper clothes. She is naked except for a necklace of skulls and a skirt made of arms, and she is surrounded by death and decay. She is said to roam the cremation grounds. Kali is the partner and the counterpart to Durga. They emerge from the same story. Durga was in the middle of fighting an army of demons, and one of them insulted her. And she became so enraged that Kali jumped out of her third eye and started fighting beside her on the battlefield. So, despite her frightening appearance, she's not an agent of evil. Actually, she is a force for good. She is worshipped as a protector, as a savior, and as a redeemer. She is also referred to as Papaharini and Papanashini. Papaharini means the remover of sinful actions, and Papanashini means the destroyer of sinful actions. So, what she really represents is a very extreme vehicle for purification and transformation. Okay, so that's the end of my summary on the popular gods of Hinduism called devas. I'm currently working on a much longer video explaining Hindu theology and providing more context for these gods. My overall plan for this channel is to start out with the basics so that I can lay a foundation to build on, and then I can go more in depth, expanding on different concepts and different points of view. In the meantime, if you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments section, or you can hit me up on my Telegram or my Gab account. Namaste and peace be with you.